Ah, it's an X. Incredible that you can get something like this made for just $5. Alright, so today I'm gonna see if I can get an app icon made for under $10. A couple weeks back I used Fiverr to get an app design made, and that turned out like this. And I was honestly surprised by how much I actually liked it, and so a lot of you guys were asking me to actually make that into an app. But in order to do that, we also need an app icon, so that's what we're gonna try to find today. This will be really interesting to see, and last time I had quite like an expensive or like a big budget. But now I wanted to see like what we can get on a really tight budget, because I'm expecting to be surprised because I was last time. Yeah, anyway, again, thank you to Fiverr for sponsoring this video, aka like financing my app. Let's get started and like look for actual artists to find that can make this app icon for us. Bima28. Ranked 4.9, 200 reviews. I will design a simple and memorable app logo with icon. $15, let's go. Taylor Brands, 32 reviews. I really like the logos though that he's designed. I will do luxury geometric minimalist logo design. All right, $20, I think that's good, let's do that. Spice Kex, I don't know how you say it. I will professionally work on a minimalist logo design. 190 reviews, that's really good. 4.9, let's do that one. Artist 9. I will design creative, modern, minimalist logo. $10, really cheap. Ooh, I will do unique minimalist logo design in 12 hours. Logo Bright. 65 reviews, 4.9. $5. This is super cheap. Let's do it. And then I sent all of these artists a message letting them know what I was looking for. Hi, I'm looking to get an app icon or logo made for my app that is called Exerlog. The app is aimed at elite level athletes or more advanced gym goers. I have a mock-up app design that I've attached in this message. I want you to have as much creative freedom as possible, so if you feel like going with a different color scheme, then go for it. Other than that, I like simple, clean, and minimalist logo designs. Alright, so the results are in, and let's go through them and see what we actually got. I actually hope that these are good because I really want to be able to use at least one of them as like the actual app icon. Let's go through them and see what we got sent to us. Let's start off with Artist 9 for $10. We got the first one here, which is the Exerlog, and it's like a, I don't know, it looks like a lightning bolt. Sometimes when they do this, they go off of like, they're trying to imitate or mimic. I'm not really sure what they've taken inspiration from, but I actually do like this, this first logo. The second one with the arm being flexed here, as you can see, I like the color scheme of this, but the arm being flexed, I feel like it's like too obvious almost, or it's like too generic of an app icon. I don't personally really like that, and that was one of the ideas that I had in my head when I was like asking for these logos. I was like thinking that I wonder how many people are gonna send me a logo that with like a flexed arm, but we got one, so that's good. I'm pretty happy with the first one, so that is a potential for the actual app. Now let's move on to the next one, which will be the $5 one, so Logo Bright for $5. I have expectations on this one. I really want this one to be good because it would be such a cool thing if it's like you only need to spend $5 to get a really good app icon made. And the first one I think looks decent, I guess. It's like a person exercising sort of. So they're taking a generic kind of approach to it again, like with the flexed arm. This is a person running, so that's kind of generic. But in my description, what I asked of these like logo artists was I wanted it to be related to like elite athletes, the more advanced gym goers or like trainers or people who work out. So I feel like this actually does appeal to that kind of audience. And I really like the way that it done it too, because it's not like too obvious that it's a person running. I think it looks really good. And it also goes with the color scheme of the actual app that I provided as like an example, which is a good thing. Even though I asked some of them to be like, they could come up with their own designs if they felt like there was a different color scheme that would work better. First of all, for $5, I'd be super happy with both of these logos. Like, that's incredible that you can get something like this made for just $5. But the second one I think is actually a contender for like an actual app icon. Like, this is something that I'd be happy with to get done. So let's keep this one in mind as like the potential for the final one. And now let's move on to Taylor Brands. This one cost $20 to make, to get done. I should mention that there were, like, you could get revisions done, but like this, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Like, to me, I don't really like the color scheme of this, like the orange and the blue. I'm guessing that they're going for, like, they've probably found some color scheme that can be related to exercise in some way, or that's commonly used in fitness type areas. But to me, it looks really cheap. It's not something that I would want to use for an app icon. And it also has like the E and then the Exerlog thing. Like, they don't actually provide an app icon, they just provide this Exerlog text thing. So it's almost like they thought this was for a company of some kind, because they provided this like mock-up thing. It's almost like they've made this into a sign that's printed on some glass, and there it kind of looks okay, I guess, but as an app icon, I don't feel like it looks that good. It's not for me, at least. Now let's look at Spice Kex for $20. And they actually provided a couple different variations as well. So they provided the one where it's just black, where it's all white, where it's like a white outline, and then where it's like a black outline, or basically see-through outline. And I really like this. Like, you can tell that it's inspired from what my description was, which was like that this app is for elite level type of athletes. You can tell that the design of the logo kind of, to me, it feels like it appeals to that sort of audience. And I think it would look really good as an app icon as well. Ah, it's an X. I think that they've used an X, or like the X from Exerlog. I think that's what they've used as like inspiration for the outline for the actual thing. And then they've made that into something that looks like someone's who's like sprinting, or something that's sprinting. The only like downside with this is that it's sort of similar to the Gymshark logo. It has some similarities to that. I don't think that it's too similar to the point, but it does have some similarities to it. This is definitely a contender for the top spot. Like, I'd be super happy with this. If you can save that time and just spend $20 on Fiverr to get an app icon made like this, I think that would be worth it, like, every time. And then we have Bima28 for $15. This is one of the artists that actually talked to me a lot more than any of the other ones did. They first provided me with like mock-ups of it, and then I was able to give some feedback on like which one of the mock-ups that I liked the most and if I wanted anything changed. And then they were able to like kind of work on this and like keep developing it. Because of the fact that I'm doing this, trying to make it as like as much of a scientific experiment as I can. I'm not really doing that much, but I didn't give any feedback on anything. So that is also something to keep in mind, that this person would have definitely put in some more effort into like changing it up if I would have asked for that to be done. Considering all that, I think this is one of the best designs that we've seen as well. And the final result is actually a really clean looking app icon. So again, $15, I would be super happy with this. Especially, I want to again emphasize the fact that how much effort they put into actually asking me for input along the way. So considering all that, I'd be super happy with this one. All right, so that was the final design. And as you saw, like the $5 one, I'm super surprised by the $5 one, because that was easily, in my opinion, is one of the best ones. But I'd love to get your input on which one you thought was the best. So I'm gonna add like a little like voting thing. I don't know how it works right now, but I'm gonna add something like that so you can vote for which design you like the most. So the one that you guys like the most will be the app icon that I actually end up using for the app whenever I get to actually publishing it, which I hope will be soon, but I don't know how much time that will take. So yeah, make sure to vote and also subscribe to follow along, as I'll be coming up with more updates on like how this app building process is going. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you realize how worth it actually is to just spend like $5 or $10 on Fiverr and then get an app icon like this made for you. To me, it makes so much sense to do that, because usually when you do it yourself, you end up creating something that you kind of like, but it isn't actually a good design. And people that actually know what they're doing will come up with way better designs than you ever could, probably, unless you're like a really good graphic designer. So anyway, it seems like you can definitely get an app icon made for less than $10. And other than that, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.